Most people are one power outage, one supply chain disruption, or one emergency away from an empty medicine cabinet. No bandages, no burn cream, and no bug bite relief. But what if the solution for your next burn, bruise, bee sting, or skin rash was already growing outside your back door? Today, I'm showing you how to turn a small patch of soil into a complete backyard herbal first aid kit from seed to salve. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the right time to do so, and let's build your backyard pharmacy. Modern life made us dependent on stores, pharmacies, and supply chains. But for centuries, families treated everyday problems with plants they grew themselves. Today, we're rediscovering that wisdom not to replace doctors in emergencies, but to become more prepared, more self-reliant, and more connected to nature. Because sometimes the best medicine doesn't come in plastic packaging, it comes in a flower pot. To build a truly resilient backyard pharmacy, you must start with the Foundation 5, a quintet of must-grow herbs chosen for their potent healing properties, ease of cultivation, and ability to treat everything from digestive upset to topical wounds. First up is Calendula, bright orange flowers with serious healing power. Meet Calendula. You've likely seen these vibrant orange and yellow blooms in cottage gardens, but don't let their beauty fool you. Underneath those petals lies a powerhouse of therapeutic potential, often called the skin repair queen. This flower is a staple for any home apothecary. For generations, Calendula has been the go-to remedy for life's little mishaps, whether it's a stubborn scrape, a minor burn, an itchy rash, or just generally irritated skin. Its gentle antiseptic and anti-inflammatory properties work wonders to speed up the healing process. The best part? It's incredibly generous in the garden. To get started, find a spot with full sun and well-drained soil. Give it regular water, and here is the pro tip: make sure to deadhead your flowers. The more you harvest those blossoms, the more the plant will push out new blooms, giving you a non-stop supply all season long. Once harvested, dry the petals and infuse them into oils, stir them into creams, or craft your own healing salve. When you grow Calendula, you aren't just planting a flower. You're growing a year-round supply of first aid. Quick question for you. Are you planning on starting Calendula from seed, or are you looking to transplant some established Calendula seedlings into your garden? Comment and let me know. Next is Comfrey, often called the bone knit plant. So, let's introduce Comfrey, historically known as the bone knit plant. This isn't just another herb in the garden. It is a fast-growing force of nature with a reputation for recovery that spans centuries. The leaves of the comfrey plant are famous for their ability to support the body through bruises, sprains, and sore muscles. Whether you're dealing with a backyard injury or just general skin recovery, its high allantoin content helps cells regenerate at an impressive rate. When you go to plant it, choose your location carefully. Comfrey grows fast, produces massive fuzzy leaves, and is a hardy perennial that comes back year after year. Because of its deep taproot, once it's established, it's there for the long haul. It loves to stay exactly where it's put. And here's a professional secret. Comfrey is as good for your soil as it is for your skin. It's one of nature's best compost activators and serves as a nutrient-dense mulch. Chop it, drop it, and watch the rest of your garden thrive alongside your backyard pharmacy. Question for you: do you have a permanent corner of the garden in mind for this one, or are you considering keeping it in a large container to manage its spread? For burns, sunburns, and irritated skin, aloe vera is a must. When it comes to immediate relief for burns, sunburns, or general skin irritation, aloe vera is the undisputed champion of the backyard pharmacy. It is quite literally first aid you can grow. The magic is in the simplicity. Just snap open a single mature leaf and you have access to a thick, cooling gel straight from nature. There are no chemicals, no synthetic fragrances, and no mystery ingredients, just pure, soothing moisture. Aloe is incredibly low maintenance, making it perfect for growers of any skill level. Because it's a succulent, it thrives in a sunny pot with well-draining soil. My best advice: keep a pot of it right near your kitchen door or on a windowsill for quick, easy access when you're busy. Whether it's a minor cooking accident at the stove or a bit too much time spent out in the sun, a single leaf can truly save the day. It's a living medicine cabinet that sits right on your counter, ready to work whenever you need it. Another question: since aloe is a succulent, do you already have a nice sunny spot picked out for it, or are you planning to keep it as a mobile potted remedy? Stay with me. There are 2 more magical plants to reveal before we go into designing a backyard first aid kit. This requires a strategic layout that balances high-yield medicinal plants with easy, rapid access for emergency harvests. Next is lavender, for calming stress, soothing bites, and supporting skin care. While most people grow lavender for its iconic fragrance, this garden staple is far more than just a pretty scent. It is a dual-purpose powerhouse, acting as both a nervous system relaxant and a potent antiseptic. Whether you're looking to calm a stressful day, soothe an itchy insect bite, or support your daily skincare routine, lavender is incredibly versatile. Its antimicrobial properties make it a gentle but effective choice for cleaning minor irritations. The possibilities for your home apothecary are endless. You can dry the flowers for calming teas, infuse them into oils for soothing massages, or craft fragrant sachets and balms. And while you're reaping the medicinal benefits, the bees will absolutely love you for providing such a rich source of nectar. For the best experience, plant your lavender along paths or near your doorways. That way, every time you walk by or a light breeze catches the plant, it releases a wave of relaxing scent, turning your backyard walk into a moment of pure aromatherapy. Let me ask you this: are you leaning toward a classic English variety for its strong scent, or a French lavender for those distinct, showy blooms? Lastly but not least is chamomile is the ultimate gentle healer. Yes, certainly not least, we have chamomile. It may look like a simple, daisy-like wildflower, but don't let its size fool you. These tiny flowers carry huge benefits for your health and home. Chamomile is globally loved as the ultimate calming herb. Whether you're brewing a classic tea to unwind before bed, using it as a soothing skin wash for inflammation, or looking for gentle support for digestive irritation, its mild nature makes it an essential for every member of the family. In the garden, it's a delight to grow. It thrives beautifully in small raised beds or containers, and because it self-seeds so easily, it often returns year after year to greet you. It's a low-maintenance plant that gives back far more than it requires. It is a truly humble flower with powerful, versatile uses. When you add chamomile to your backyard pharmacy, you're ensuring that peace and healing are always just a harvest away. And for my last question, do you prefer the low-growing Roman variety for a fragrant ground cover, or the upright German variety, which is usually better for heavy flower harvesting? You don't need acres of land when designing the backyard first aid garden. To become self-sufficient, you really don't need acres of land when designing the backyard first aid garden. Whether you have a sprawling lawn, a tiny urban yard, a balcony, or even just a sunny wall, you have enough room to cultivate a potent medicinal patch. If space is at a premium, think vertically. Wall planters, hanging pots, tiered shelves, and compact raised beds can turn a blank fence into a living pharmacy. By growing upward, you maximize your yield without crowding your living space. When it comes to layout, think about response time. Keep your quick access plants like aloe vera for kitchen burns or calendula for immediate scrapes closest to your back door. The more accessible they are, the more likely you are to use them when it matters most. Think of this process as designing your very own outdoor medicine cabinet. Every pot you place and every seed you sow is a step toward a more resilient, natural lifestyle. Let's pause for a moment. Do you have a specific spot in mind, like a sunny porch or a dedicated garden bed, where you'll be starting your layout? Comment below and let me hear your thoughts. The secret to stronger herbs is in timing, and that matters. Here is the one thing most beginners miss. Growing a herb is only half the battle. If you want real potency, you have to realize that herbs are at their absolute strongest only when grown in the right season. It all comes down to the chemistry of the plant. That warm, intense summer sun isn't just for growth, it actually triggers the production of essential oils, fragrance, and the active healing compounds that make these plants medicinal in the first place. This means your timing is everything. To get the best results, you must plant in alignment with your local seasons. You want to harvest at the exact peak of growth, usually just before the plant flowers to capture that maximum strength. Once you've captured that peak, drying your herbs properly ensures those benefits last all year round. Remember, the stronger and healthier the plant in the soil, the more powerful the remedy in your cabinet. Success in the pharmacy starts with timing in the garden. Here is a question for you. Are you currently heading into your peak growing season, or are you starting to prep for an indoor setup to get a head start? From seed to salve is definitely the apothecary magic. Now for the most rewarding part of the entire process, the magic of turning raw plants into shelf-stable medicine. This is where your garden officially becomes a pharmacy. Let's look at a simple calendula salve as the perfect DIY example. It's a straightforward process that anyone can master. First, you harvest and thoroughly dry your flowers to ensure there's no moisture left to spoil your batch. Next, place those dried petals in a clean jar and cover them with olive oil, letting them infuse in a sunny window for 2 to 4 weeks. Once the oil has pulled out all those healing compounds, strain it through a fine cloth. Finally, gently melt that golden oil with a bit of beeswax and pour the mixture into small tins or jars. As it cools, it hardens into a professional-grade skin salve. That's it! No chemicals, no fillers, just a potent homemade remedy produced entirely from your own backyard. It's a feeling of self-sufficiency that you just can't buy at a store. Do you already have some jars or beeswax on hand, or are you looking for a recommendation on the best ratio for a perfect, spreadable consistency? Comment below and we could just do another video just for you. Now before this part ends, here is a recap of the magic part. Turning plants into medicine. Here is a quick reminder. Plants are powerful, but they should be used wisely. Always identify herbs correctly. Test small amounts first, and for serious injuries, allergic reactions, infections, or emergencies, seek medical care immediately. This garden is for preparedness and everyday support, not a replacement for urgent treatment. A garden can feed you. A garden can heal you. A garden can make your family more prepared than ever before. Start with 1 pot, 1 herb, 1 seed. Because the next time life gets unpredictable, your medicine cabinet could be growing outside. Which healing plant would you grow first? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe for more backyard self-sufficiency ideas.